The topic of this file is style, and I want to talk to you about the test program that we did last week. If you take a look up here, you'll see that we start off with our comment, our pound include, our using namespace. I always like to put a white space between namespace and main. Then you see the opening brace and the closing brace, but everything inside the body main starts over to the right one level. Also, you'll notice when I declare my variables, if I have multiple variables of the same type, I simply put them on different lines, but the last one has a semicolon here, the other ones simply have a comma. Technically, I know this is 3 lines, but it's only one statement. I always put white space between my variable section and my input section, and here's my input section right here. Notice the white space before and after the less than, as well as the greater than. Now after I get my data, the input, I put white space and separate the input from the processing. Notice the white space before and after the equal sign here. The white space before and after the mathematical operators. After my processing, I put white space between that and the output. This is my output right here. And then I put white space after the output before the return 0. And then I go ahead and I have my closing brace here. Notice this is the actual output that this program generates, and I do want to call attention to one thing. When I had my output, I actually had the string of characters here, and then I concatenated the variable. Don't forget the less than. But I also put a less than between the variable and the inline. Okay, notice the variables are not in quotes, no quotes around the variables. Also notice that when I got my data up here, the reason I actually went down a line for each of these is the user hit the enter key, the return key. However, there's a white space line right here. How did that happen? Well, if you take a look, value 1 should have been right here on this line, but right here inside my quote, right before value 1, I had a backslash in, and that kicked me down one more line to the spot right here. So when you're doing your program, style refers to the source code, and we need to have good style when we manufacture and when we create our source code.